Good morning, friends. Pour that coffee a little stronger today because we're having one of those conversations that nobody really wants to have, but everybody needs to hear. Last week, I got a call from one of our families here in Gainesville, and her voice was shaken. Wayne, she said, I don't know what to do. Mom needs more help than we can give. But I've heard such terrible stories about nursing homes or assisted living communities. Well, let's talk about what families really need to know. The first truth I want to share with you, and this might sting, there's no such thing as a perfect assisted living community. Just like there's no perfect hospital, perfect school, or perfect anything. They're run by human beings, and human beings are beautifully, frustratingly imperfect. But here's what families don't want to hear. Sometimes a good assisted living community is exactly what your loved one needs, and feeling guilty about it doesn't help anybody. You know, I've seen families tear themselves apart trying to provide round-the-clock care at home when mom needs supervision that they just simply can't provide. I've watched adult children sacrifice their marriages, their health, their sanity, because they couldn't bear the thought of putting mom in a senior community. Let me tell you something. There's a difference between abandoning someone and getting them the right level of care. The second truth I want to share is not all assisted living communities are created equal. Some are genuinely wonderful, clean, caring, and properly staffed. The difference isn't always the price. I've seen expensive facilities that were cold and institutional, and modest ones where the staff treated residents like beloved family members. So I want to share with you some things to look for. When calling ahead, don't schedule a tour, just show up. And when you're there, I want you to pay attention to the environment. How does it smell? Are residents dressed and engaged, or are they parked in wheelchairs staring at the walls? Most importantly, watch how the staff interact with the residents. Do they make eye contact? Do you call them by their name? Do they treat them with dignity? That's all important. But the third truth, it's expensive. It's really expensive. And Medicare doesn't cover long-term care the way most families think it does. I had families call me in shock because they thought Medicare would pay for everything. Folks, Medicare covers skilled nursing for specific conditions, usually after a hospital stay, and usually for a limited time. But what if mom just needs help with daily activities because of memory care or dementia? That's mostly out of pocket or paid by Medicaid. This is why having these conversations early matters before the crisis, before someone falls and everything becomes an emergency situation. And the fourth truth, guilt is real, but it's not helpful. I've held hands with daughters who sobbed, and I promised I'd never put her in a home. She's probably promised you'd be a ballerina or marry your high school sweetheart. Folks, life changes, needs change, but love doesn't change. Sometimes love means admitting you cannot safely provide the care your mother needs. Sometimes love means visiting every day at the assisted living community instead of killing yourself trying to do the impossible at home. You know, I want you to listen. These decisions are never easy. There are no perfect answers, only the best answer for your specific family at this specific time. You know, next week, let's talk about something much more joyful, like staying connected to the grandkids. I'll share some tricks I've learned for bridging the gap with technology and good old-fashioned creativity. Until then, be gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can with the information you have. That's all any of us can do. If you want to see and have more senior living topics and conversations like this, please click the like and subscribe button below. It would really help the channel and prompt YouTube to share our channel and senior conversations with others that are in the same situation you may be in. In the meantime, folks, thank you, and until next time, be healthy, be happy, and comfortable at home. Cheers.